We are working persistently to fulfill our commitments laid down in the trilateral memorandum, which was signed between Sweden, Finland and Turkey at the Madrid Summit, NATO Summit this summer in June. And I think it's coming along. We are step by step fulfilling these commitments. It's being done by as you mentioned in your observation, extraditing people, by seeing to it that the PKK, a terrorist organization, cannot be active and work on our territory, by looking into the question of exporting defense material, and etc., all the conditions laid down. But I would like to stress also that this memorandum is also a question about Türkiye and Finland and Sweden cooperating in a way which is beneficial to all of our three countries. One of the things which Sweden would like to see a bit emphasis on is the cooperation of crime-fighting authorities having more cooperation, because we can see people committing crimes in Sweden and then absconding to Türkiye in order to avoid justice. And this is something where I know that the Turkish government is very committed to fulfill its part of the memorandum, and I hope that we will see movement in that as well. The memorandum in itself also laid down very good foundations for a functioning relationship between our three states, because we have also set up a PGM, a permanent joint mechanism, to oversee the fulfillment of the memorandum. So this is just a starting point. When we have become full military allies together with Türkiye, Sweden and Finland also look forward to expanding our relations between our three states, which I think is a good thing in the long run.
How concerned are you that domestic considerations within Turkey, such as next year's elections, the recent terrorist attacks in Istanbul, and their decision to relaunch operations in Syria, that may delay conversations about ratifying Sweden's application?
Well, as a politician, I can say that elections are always tricky, and I think that cannot be left out of the discussion. But again, we have to work to fulfill the memorandum. It is only when the memorandum is fulfilled that we will see the Turkish Parliament ratify the accession and the application handed in by Sweden and Finland. That will come in the fullness of time. I have no doubt about it. And again, the negotiations are continuing. But I would like to stress that we are, of course, moving forward with what we have committed ourselves for in Sweden. So we do expect there to be a ratification by Türkiye in the fullness of time.
I mean, it sounds like it could be at least the second half of 2023 before that happens.
Or I don't want to make any prognosis at this time, because I think it's not really fruitful for the negotiations. I think that we are carrying out these negotiations on several different levels. One has been the very good visit by my Prime Minister, Mr. Ulf Kristersson, to Ankara, where he met with President Erdogan on the 8th of November this year. I myself am on my way to Ankara. We are trying to finalize a date before this year's end. And I look forward to have discussions with my counterpart, the Foreign Minister of Türkiye. And at the same time, in a parallel track, we have constant dialogues and negotiations on an authority level between authorities in Sweden and Turkey and Finland. And that is also because many of these things are very operational. It's not just a question about politicians talking to one another.